this work of self-directed learning or learner-led environments, student-centered environments, self-study, whatever you want to call it, it's really exciting to see learners kind of flip the switch and really take over their learning in a way that's kind of next level. I've seen, for example, a high schooler who was just bored out of their minds in a more teacher-led environment, and then they came into our environment where they had a lot of control and they had a lot of autonomy and a lot of say, a lot of choice, and they just took off. I mean, they were like, finally, someone trusts me, and I can get my work done in a way that I want to, and they felt empowered. It's not always like that though. Sometimes it's a struggle for learners. I remember this one middle schooler who joined our learning environment, and when they realized that our guides, which is our word for teacher, weren't telling them what to do by when, but were instead giving them invitations to challenges that they could take on, their choice was to not do anything for 7 months. They literally did no work for 7 months, and they just sat there, and I don't even know I think they hung out with their friends. They maybe surfed the internet looking for like pictures of tigers or something. I don't know, but they didn't get anything done. But eventually, with this learner, there was this kind of switch that happened. They sort of realized, you know what? No one's going to tell me what to do here. And if I want to learn, and if I really want to advance, out of the middle school into the high school, out of the high school and into the real world, like it's going to be on me. And if I don't, I'm going to be stuck here. And actually, they got super motivated all of a sudden. And even though they hadn't worked for the last 7 months and really accomplished anything, they took off. And it didn't take them but 2 or 3 months where they got way far ahead of where they would have typically been in a more traditional environment. But at this point, what was special was they owned the learning, and they owned it in a way that you can't take that away from them. That's something they're going to own for the rest of their lives, is their own learning. I want to share, in conclusion, my final and favorite self-directed learning story. This comes from a middle schooler called Brooke, who reached out to me, sent me this email one day. She said, "Dear Tyler, I'm sending this email because I would like to talk to you about a situation that I've been running into with this math platform that we had been using. Unfortunately, over the past couple of months, I have realized that I haven't been learning as much math as I should be. I feel like I'm not learning anything from this math platform, and that these past couple of months, I've just been wasting my time learning on a platform that I don't understand. Anyway, I think I might have a solution to this problem. My goal is to put together a system that works for my learning type. I have some ideas and a proposal that I would like to get your thoughts. Do you have time in the next couple of days to meet with me to discuss this more?" This to me is so beautiful, because at this moment, this learner at another level shouldered the responsibility for her own learning. She was like, you know what? This isn't working for me. I'm not learning. But she didn't stop there. And instead she said, and I have a solution. I have an idea. And of course, my response was like, yes, let's meet. And so I met with her on the front porch of our school, together with her guide, which is our word for teacher. And she pitched this new math platform and why it aligned with her learning preferences. And the guide and I listened, and we offered some questions. But I mean, there was nothing we were going to do to take away from her the agency, the motivation, the desire, the goals that she had made for herself. So, if you're new to this environment, just know that it's a process. Your learner might take off, at the beginning. It might take some time. They might not do anything for a while. It might be a long while that they do. But for us, what we believe is that it is more important to learn how to learn than it is to learn to do something very specific by some arbitrary time that we sort of say. Obviously, there's instances in life where it does make sense to learn something by a particular time, but not for most things. For most things, learning in life just originally and authentically is self-paced. And that's the kind of learning environment we're trying to create in our in-person brick and mortar and online schools.